So, from time to time, I'll chime into a lot of channels I really don't watch no more or channels I never watched at all. And um, I was just listening to a little bit of the live from BFTB. Let me just say this about BFTB, man. That motherfucker's thumbnails be off the fucking hook. I can't even front, bro. I love my thumbnails, but that nigga thumbnails should be dope as fuck too, man. I guess we share the same mindset when it comes to them thumbnails, real petty shit. Yeah, I can't even get mad at that. I ain't gonna front. Them shits be dope. But anyway, back to what he was saying. He's talking about Terence Crawford with the 35%. And he said, for the past 5 years, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence has offered Bud 40%, meaning 60-40. And pretty much Bud didn't want it. It was 50-50 or no fight, right? That's what Bud said, right? But this goes back to what I was saying. Why did Terence Crawford take the 40% back then? And why is he taking the 35% now? Well, like I said in a previous video I just made, I think yesterday, there was a method, I think, to Terence Crawford's madness, man. He knew all this time. Or Bob Arum knew, whoever. I'm not sure. I don't know what was going on, why the fight didn't get made. Because Terence Crawford was upset with Bob Arum for not getting him to fight, right? So maybe Bob Arum figured, I don't know, maybe he feel like, oh man, PBC ain't just hard to deal with. I don't fucking know. And Bud just was like, well, you know what? Nah, I deserve more than 40%. Let me get half. All Bud had was time on his hands, bro. And they making it seem like even if Terence Crawford, the same thing would have happened back then, y'all. They offered him 40% as a low ball back then. They offered him 35% as even more of a low ball now. So what would have happened back then would have been the same shit now, more than likely. They would have offered him the 40, and if Bud would have took the 40, and if Bob Arum and everything would have been cool or whatever, they probably would have found another way to try to lowball him even more because they didn't expect Terence Crawford to take the 40 back then. I think now him taking the 35% kind of blindsided them because they wasn't expecting him to take 35. They feel like, hey, we offered this dude 40. Why would he take 35 now? If he ain't take 40, he definitely ain't gonna take 35. So let's offer him 35. Also with Errol, I thought Errol said the 35, 40. I thought that was all a joke. He said, ain't nobody gonna take 30%. Ain't nobody taking 40, right? 35 and all this shit, right? Remember, that's what Errol Spence said, right? So all of a sudden, for 5 years, Terence Crawford's been offered 40% by Errol Spence. And it was the real deal offer. But Errol comes out on his interview during the Ugas build up and says, "Oh man, I was only playing, man. Ain't nobody gonna take that." And I don't want to hear nothing about, no, that was when you said the 70-30 with the girl. No. I take it as all of it. From the 30% to the 40%. Anything below 50%, if it was said, if it was offered to Terence Crawford, it's low ball, bro. That's just what I see it as. Even if Errol said it, if they offered him 40% for 5 years, all of that shit is all entangled in each other. It's all entangled. He said it was a joke. Ain't nobody gonna take no 30%, blah, 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 right? All right, so if they offered that to him in the past, Terence Crawford knew that was a lowball offer. So he's like, nah, I'm not gonna take that. I'm not taking that. I want 50 or no fight. So it was more of a waiting game, I think, for Terence Crawford. And I figured he may have thought at one time that, damn, maybe these people would probably give me a 50-50 split. Yeah, I guess he realized eventually he ain't getting that shit. So, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna get close to it. They ain't even gonna give me 45. They gave him 35, offered him 35. Okay, you know what? Let's go. And now all this other shit, Daniel Kinahan and all this other shit. You see what I'm getting at with it? It would have been whatever they offered him in the past. It doesn't matter because if they was gonna offer him around the same shit they offer him now, and it's actually a worse offer now. Actually, back then, there wasn't no negotiation from what I can remember. That was just all talk. But now this is the real deal, and they really sitting down at the table negotiating. Now they offer him less than what the shit they were spewing out their mouth before. So it's easy to figure it out. Why did he take less now, but they offered him more in the past? I just explained why. Y'all figure it out. It's Rebel Light Boxing, man. Let me know what y'all think. And I'm out.